All right, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, shall we get started? Hi. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Darren Walsh. I am the class supervisor who had the pleasure of overseeing this lovely graduating class in front of me here. Woo! All right. This group was very tightly knit and had a great time over the class experience. So, Class 988, you've heard me say it before, but I'm just going to start off by addressing you guys first and say, congratulations. You have worked so hard over the last 2 weeks to get to know your dogs and become effective travelers with them. So we are so proud of the work that you've put in, and we just know that you guys are going to have many wonderful years of successful partnership together. So give yourselves a round of applause first before we get started here. Yeah. Congratulations, guys. Welcome. We're live streaming today. Say hello to our friends at home. Camera's in the back, camera over on the side here. Thank you for being with us in person and virtually, of course. Last year here at Guide Dogs for the Blind was our 80th anniversary, and we have so much to celebrate, of course. We have the 5 graduates in front of us. We are also celebrating today 2 Canine Buddy partnerships and 1 class client who received in-home training. So a lot to celebrate today. Of course, I have a few other thank yous to say before we get started introducing class clients. I want to first address our puppy raisers in the room, of course, and those joining virtually as well. Thank you, of course, for all that you have done to raise such wonderful dogs. We talked earlier, but you guys put your heart and soul into all that is, partnering with these dogs. We could not fulfill our mission without you guys. So again, you put your heart into everything you do, and thank you. It shows. We appreciate it. And of course, being a nonprofit, I want to first acknowledge our donors, right? We accept no government funding, and everything we do is through the support of our community, whether that is donating financially or through volunteerism and your time. So thank you for all that you do to help move our mission forward. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And of course, I want to acknowledge our wonderful staff and volunteers who are here, some of whom are in attendance. We have members of our canine welfare training technicians. We have members of our fundraising team, and of course, our instructional team as well. Guide Dogs for the Blind is a wonderful place to work, and it shows. It is a great camaraderie every time we come to work every day. It's just a wonderful environment to work. So thank you for all that you have done to help prepare these dogs for their life-changing mission. Appreciate you. I want to share a short video with you guys. This video is audio described as well as narrated, and it really moves and highlights a lot of our mission. It talks about our Canine Buddy program, the Orientation Mobility Immersion program, and of course our Guide Dog program. So enjoy. It's a really wonderful video.
Logos, Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International.
Hello, I'm Noah Wiley.
A mama nurses a litter.
There's a special magic about Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Puppy bellies and wiggling tails.
Some might say it's the dogs.
Puppies squirm in a pile.
These courageous guides who change people's lives.
2 black puppies at a gate. Outside, a woman hugs her guide dog.
There's magic in the people, too.
A man walks with his dog. An older puppy licks a woman's cheek.
Like the volunteer puppy raisers.
Volunteers with puppies.
Who socialize and care for puppies in their homes.
Out walking in their neighborhood.
Encouraging them to explore new surroundings.
Riding the train.
And giving them love and guidance.
In the park.
To help prepare them to be a guide dog.
And in a group at the airport.
And, when it's time, part ways so that the puppy they have raised can go on to change someone's life.
A team on a city sidewalk.
When dogs return to our campuses, our world-class instructors work their magic to maximize each dog's potential to become highly skilled, smart, and loving companions.
Instructors with dogs.
Teaching each dog how to safely guide someone who is blind or visually impaired through the world when they're at home,
Relaxing by a fireplace.
hiking,
On a forest trail.
visiting friends,
At a picnic table.
catching a plane,
Navigating baggage claim.
heading downtown,
In a city crosswalk.
across town,
Along a riverfront.
taking public transportation,
At a train station.
or heading to work.
Riding an escalator.
They will even disobey a command if it means keeping their handlers safe.
People with guides in their neighborhoods.
Those who are on the other end of the harness might say the magic is there, moving freely through the world with ease, confidence, and independence. Along the way, helping them develop new relationships, connect with new people, building stronger, more compassionate communities.
A group of people with their guide dogs in Chinatown.
We know there is magic in these partnerships.
A woman hugs her dog.
The bonds that are formed,
Another kisses her dog's head.
the places they
A
go,
group of people and guide dogs at the Golden Gate Bridge.
the dreams that come true.
A woman leads small boys on a walk with her dog.
It's in the care,
Playing in a yard.
the friendship,
A woman pets a dog.
the lifetime of love.
Lying in her lap.
It's the ability to live a fuller life without limits.
A woman scales an indoor climbing wall.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, you are part of an amazing community that works together to make these partnerships possible at no cost to our clients.
Vets give checkups.
A community that helps us care for the health of our dogs over their lifetime. A community that provides the necessary training to help prepare potential clients for the guide dog lifestyle.
Instructors with clients.
A community that gives children in our youth programs the opportunity to experience the magic of a guide dog, to see if having a dog may be right for them.
Children interact and play with dogs.
A community that makes dreams of inclusion, enhanced confidence,
Clients walk with dogs.
mobility, independence, and companionship come true.
A man with his dog on the beach.
That's the magic of Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Share an orange sunset.
And it's all because of you.
He hugs his dog. Blackout. Logos. Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International. The light fades to black.
Isn't that moving? That's great. I love that video. Yeah, it's great. I'd like to introduce the class instructional team. We have, come on up, guys. Kareth Wells, senior instructor. Priscilla Blanco, qualified instructor. Kate Doherty, apprentice instructor. And Carlos Gutierrez, apprentice instructor. In the audience as well is Marissa Garcia, one of our resident advisors with her guide, Jim. We'll see and hear from her in a little bit at the end of the program. All right, let's get started with introducing our Canine Buddy recipients. Priscilla, I'm going to pass to you. She's just grabbing her notes.
Thank you. All right, so GDB's Canine program matches especially selected dogs to become buddies to people who are blind or visually impaired. Children may learn dog handling skills that can be helpful in pursuing a guide dog later in their life. Adults may also benefit from companionship and increased confidence by having a dog by their side. Canine Buddies dogs are not service dogs, but they are wonderful companions that bring joy, confidence, responsibility, and a connection to the GDB community. All right, first off will be Phil Gates and Jake. So coming from Phil, he says, "I'm glad I am not at graduation today because I usually cry like a baby when I get a new dog. Jake is such a great dog. He does whatever I ask of him, and he walks down the street right by my side. I'm not great at these kinds of things, so I don't know what else to say other than he is the perfect dog. I want to thank Ellen, Jake's puppy raiser, and Kelsey, Becky, and Chuck for getting me into the Canine program. It has been nothing but a great experience." The photo description: Phil sits on a chair in front of a grass lawn with Jake, a male golden retriever, sitting next to him. Both are smiling at the camera. All right, next up. Next up, we'll hear from Jake's raisers, Ellen Aguirre. So from the raiser, I have learned a few things over my 30 years of puppy raising, but the most important thing I always remind myself when getting a new puppy is, it's the luck of the draw. Every pup that has come into our home has been unique and different in their own special way, as they should be. Some have been with me for a short time, as I have taken many transfer pups through the years, but Jake was the first pup in over 6 years I had the pleasure of raising from beginning to end. I was lucky enough to have shared him with my community and with the Pleasanton Puppy Club for a full 15 months, and what a joy he was to have around. The luck of the draw worked in my favor. Some dogs have that special sparkle in their eye and that special personality and attitude that says, when I'm a grown-up, I want to make a difference in the world. That was who Jake was from the moment that he arrived. He showed his compassion and big heart with everyone he met and brought a smile to many faces in our community. I'm so happy he has been placed with Phil, and I know he will be able to bring Phil as much joy and love over the coming years with lots of smiles and laughters with his silly antics as he did with me and my family and all of Team Jake. Hugs to both Jake and Phil. Safe travels from Ellen Aguirre. The photo description on this slide, there's 2 images. The first image is a 4-month-old male golden retriever Jake looking up at the camera with his brown, soulful eyes while wearing his green puppy jacket for the first time. The second image is of Jake lying on a cement large step with his tongue out in downtown Livermore, California, prior to his last evaluation before he was turned to GDB to start his formal training. Great. Our next Canine Buddy recipient was Carol Rochlin with Goodall. There's no note from the client, but there is a lovely photo up there of Carol sitting on a chair at home with Goodall, a female yellow Labrador retriever sitting next to her. Goodall has her paws placed on Carol's outstretched hand and is looking attentively up to her. So congratulations to your Canine Buddy recipients. And next, I will like to bring Kareth Wells up to the stage to present our graduating class.
Hi, everyone. I'm honored to be presenting our graduating class today. So first up, we have Maria Fitton of Toronto, Ontario. Maria is retired after working at IBM for 30 years. She looks forward to taking on the busy streets of Toronto with her new guide. Maria received her second guide dog, Jen, a female yellow Labrador retriever. Jen was raised by Christy Ann McKerney and Amanda Moore of Claremont, California, and Ashley Andrade of Lake Elsinore, California.
Hi, everyone. I so badly didn't want to be first. I want to start by thanking the kitchen and the housekeeping staff for making this a 5-star place to be. Reality is going to be tough. I next want to thank my classmates for all their support. Thanks, guys. And next, I want to thank my puppy raisers, Christy and Amanda, Sister Ella, and a huge family that helped make this little girl as social as she is. She's ready for my big Portuguese family. Next, I want to thank the GDB instructors. You guys, once again, came through with the perfect match for me. I can't thank you enough. And Kate, thank you so much for all your support and patience. That's it.
We are so happy to be here and so honored to have raised this sweet, brave, and affectionate dog to accompany Maria and keep her safe in Toronto. Jen's motto, if she had one, would be work hard, play hard, and sleep hard. We knew from the beginning Jen would be a great guide. She was a smart, affectionate puppy who slept soundly through the night and approached every morning with a sunny attitude of, "What are we doing next?" As soon as we would pick up her vest and leash, she would go to them and bump them with her nose and wiggle in a circle with full-body tail wags. She would put her nose in that gentle leader, and when the vest went on, She was all business. She was so sensible that I could take her anywhere. Elementary band and orchestra concerts, dentists, athletic games, downtown Disney, choir practices, a 5K walk complete with people lumbering by in big dinosaur and chicken costumes, classrooms, buses, the train. If there was a day I did not plan to take her with me, she would give me such a crestfallen look that I could often be talked into reconsidering. Well, okay, maybe I do need just one croissant from the bakery, just for training purposes. Some other funny stories about Jen. Jen was especially attentive to all the goings-on around our busy multi-cat, dog, and kid household. So attentive that she would often grab her bone and stake out a place on the landing between floors so that she would not miss the comings and goings upstairs and downstairs. That spot has become officially known in our household as Jen's Lair. She was raised in Southern California, where we get very little rain. The first time we encountered a mud puddle on the sidewalk, Jen screeched to a halt and stared at like, "What is that?" And I realized she had never seen a mud puddle and had probably never seen rain. Being from Seattle myself, I walked right into the middle of that puddle, and she looked at me like, "Okay, crazy human, if you want to feed me kibble here." And after that, she was like, "Bring on those mud puddles." I know Jen will approach all of her future challenges in much the same way. We are so happy to be here to celebrate this partnership. We send Maria and Jen to Toronto with all our great love and joy as they navigate all their new adventures together.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you. And next we have Paige. Paige lives with her fiance and their cat. She's been working at Kohl's for the past 2 years and says her coworkers can't wait to meet her new dog. She enjoys crocheting and cross country. She looks forward to going on walks with her new guide. Paige received her second guide dog, Reno, a male yellow Labrador Retriever. Reno was co-raised by Lindsay, Christy, and Julianne Haas of Sacramento, California.
I just wanted to first say thank you to my puppy raisers. They did a really awesome job again, and then I mean, he's just such a sweetheart and very affectionate and loves to snuggle in my lap, and he's amazing. And I wanted to also thank GDB for such a good job with his training, and it's been a wonderful 2 weeks, and can't wait to see what adventures we have together. So, here.
Okay. Well, Reno is definitely a very cute, affectionate puppy. He loves to do the lean, which is usually a golden retriever thing, but he always wants to lean into you. He enjoyed going to work with me. He got to meet a lot of visually impaired veterans that really bonded with him over the course of raising him with the help of Julie and Christy here. And he's our second puppy to graduate. And Paige actually had our first dog that graduated. And they got to meet each other, so, and be raised a little bit of the time together. So when he retired. So we're super excited for him to go on to meet with Paige, and we wish them the best of luck together.
Thank you so much. And next we have Virginia Miller of Del Rapids, South Dakota. Jenny is a retired rehab teacher and a Braille instructor. She lives with her husband and their retired guide dog. She enjoys singing in choir, reading, knitting, and going for walks. Jenny received her third guide dog, Tahoe, a female Golden Labrador Retriever cross. Tahoe was raised by Gary Brosi of Yorba Linda, California.
As you noted, she is a standing dog. She leans against me, but I can lay her down, and pretty soon she's standing. She doesn't stay down very well, which is fine with me. We'll be walking a lot. But I do want to thank GDB and all the staff that were involved in raising her, and the trainer that had her from the beginning through training me with her, Priscilla. And then I also have to thank Kareth, who was my former trainer with my last dog, and she kept trying to spot dogs for me when they were in training. This is my third dog. Unfortunately, my first dog left us May 30th. He was 15 and a half. And my other one, only 3 years of working with her, she's lost her vision. And she is just cuddling. So since this little girl likes to cuddle, she slept with her roommate rather than in her own bed, and cuddled up to a great big dog because he was big. She will be happy to cuddle with Wiggles at home. And I also want to thank Gary, who did an amazing job raising her. She was so excited to see him. Here you go, Gary.
Thanks. I had a whole speech, and now I kind of went blank here, so now I got to think. I'm kind of glad that Priscilla didn't introduce us because I was very stoic. I wasn't going to cry, and then you almost made me cry, but I caught myself. So thank you, Priscilla, for everything you did. So I'd like to first give a quick shout out to Jeannie and Mike Meisenbach and my mom, because she loved Tahoe. And so I'm really excited. So I would like to thank our group. I'm from the Brea Puppy Raiser group. They're wonderful. And so our PFM, Devin Warner, and also then our great leaders, so Gail Meinert and Margaret Prima Verbeck and Mary Casanova. Without them, being this, by the way, was my first dog, so being an engineer and a perfectionist, I was bound and determined I was going to do everything right, and come to find out that didn't work out, you know. So I did quite a few things that, you know, if it wasn't for them, they corrected me, and now I've been trained. And they told me, Margaret used to tell me that Tahoe will train me as a trainer, so, and she did. And also, I'd like to give a quick thank to Frank Frand, who I was told donated Tahoe's harness. So without wonderful people that donate things, so I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, you, Virginia, I'm so excited to meet you because I was always concerned, like, I want the perfect match for Tahoe because, you know, you spend all this time and she's wonderful. Little concerned about South Dakota because I raised her in Southern California, so she's not seen snow. And so if you need a parka, let me know. I'll get Tahoe a parka if she needs a parka. So like I said, she's my first dog. I don't know why, but the descriptor of Tahoe for her entire time, and even the words out of my mouth, is how sweet she is. And everybody that talks about her uses that term, sweet and affectionate. And she is. You can just see it in her eyes. I always get asked, how are you possibly going to give her up? Aren't you going to be sad? And I raised her with the mindset of, she's not mine. I'm going to give her back. And so it actually was kind of good. Of course, it helped getting another dog 5 minutes later off the truck. Yeah. that had diarrhea. So I was like in full-born, mode of, okay, now I got another dog. So I didn't have to think about Tahoe too much, but it was difficult, but I didn't cry, just letting you know. Tahoe is a Tahoe is a prolific chewer, not in a destructive way. She loves chew toys. So she would always have like 10 of them strung around the house, and she would strategically put them around my family room. And if I tried to put them away in a little trash can that I had, she wasn't going to have it. So she would empty out the trash can 5 seconds after I put them all away. So if you vacuumed, you had a quick, because she would distribute them all away. And she loves playing tug, as I've already witnessed with Virginia. So you have to have a chiropractor. Yeah, because she'll yank you. But anyway, I'm going to miss her. She's sweet, and she's going to have fun being with a family with dogs, because I had no other dogs. It was just me and her. So, and good luck in the snow.
Thank you so much. And next we have Debbie Sanchez of Monroeville, Indiana. Debbie is retired and lives at home with her supportive husband Eli and their cat. Debbie enjoys camping, trail walks, and loves to cook. Debbie received her third guide dog, Denver, a male golden Labrador Retriever cross. Denver was raised by Brooke Mansicalco of Cypress, Texas.
Well, first, thank you, Jesus, for all of this. For Guide Dog for the Blind, the staff, Kareth, Carlos, wonderful, absolutely, and my classmates. We were not classmates, we were family. That meant a lot to me. My husband, Eli, my kids, my son-in-law, Eric, Glenda, and Mary, my friends, and especially my puppy raiser. I can't believe you can take a dog and love this dog and have to give it back. I don't think I could do it, but wonderful people that do are totally awesome. And to the cooks, I'm sorry if I changed my mind so many times. It all sounded so good, I couldn't make up my mind. But thank you to everyone, and especially Carlos. He was so wonderful. Walked with me. I was slow. He was there with me. And every time I'd find a puddle or a hole, he made sure I did not go into it. So thank you again.
I just want to start with, whenever we were talking, you mentioned that you had been praying about this and praying about him, and I spent many nights while he was in formal training and watching him go through phases and just praying that he was going to find someone that's just like you. And he's just a very special boy to me, but finding the right words to describe him has been very impossible. When I picked him up, he was a little ball of fluff, fuzz, and puppy teeth. And a dream come true, I was waiting for my fluffy little boy. And from the time I brought him home, he was a big mama's boy. He would do anything I asked of him. He loved cuddles, pets, and his pint-sized best friend, a little dachshund named Olive. He got to experience the best college life, being the favorite student in many classes. And he made friends campus-wide. Denver's a sweet, affectionate boy who loves his people. I just want to say thank you to everyone that had a hand in raising Denver, from my family, my mom and brother here, and then the College Station Club and GDB staff. Y'all have done an amazing job making him successful and making sure he got to where he is today. I have no doubts that y'all have made a perfect match with Debbie and Denver. All of Texas is rooting y'all on, and I wish y'all the best of luck in Indiana. And just like Tahoe, y'all have to experience the snow for the first time together. But thank you.
Next up, we have Marty Sellers of Long Beach, California. Marty is a singer-songwriter. She is currently studying music and production to teach other visually impaired people. Marty received her 8th guide dog, Plume, a female yellow Labrador retriever. Plume was raised by Stacy Lee of San Jose, California.
Wow, where do I begin? I first want to thank GDB for allowing me to have another wonderful, amazing dog. And she's just amazing. Had to retire my previous dog, and it was really a hard grieving process. I mean, I've been going through a lot crying. This one, when she met me, she was all over me, like, you're not going to cry. And she's tried to keep me like that every day of training. I want to thank my daughter for being here again this time around. My church family for supporting me. My puppy raisers, Kathy and Stacy, that have done such an amazing job with Plume. Wow, my instructor, Priscilla, you are amazing. I just love you. You're great. Who else? Oh my gosh, just everybody that had something to do in her training or puppy raising. Trainers. Okay, Allie. Main trainer of Plume was Allie, Mandy Danner, and Priscilla. So I'm really fortunate to be here and have this amazing girl. And just thank you so much.
Our sweet Plume. You have always been a happy, very affectionate, and loving, wanting to be by us or be able to see us. You have a very sweet, loving personality, very sensitive, almost as you know if we need a cuddle or a hug. Plume was so entertaining with her toys. She would readily look through her basket of toys to find the one that she wanted. Then she needed to come or to show us what she found. A silly girl. Plume also loved our pet lab, Liam, a career-changed puppy. She would lay by him often. She would lay next to him often. Sometimes using Liam as a pillow. So sweet. Plume was easy to raise. She was such a joy to have in our house and to work with. She is a quick learner. She has always wanted to please, learned to check in with me to see if she was doing good. She's a great worker, ready to go with us, whether a neighborhood walk, an outing or just a car ride, she always wanted to go with us. Pluma had great positioning. And if she was not in correct position, she would correct it by herself. We have a loved raising Plume. We look forward to hearing all about your adventures with Marty. We love you and we are so proud of you, Plume.
And lastly, we have a client graduating that received in-home training. This is a note from him. Hello, my name is Mark Spielman. I live in Centennial, Colorado. I have been blessed with my 5th guide dog from Guide Dogs for the Blind. I have been paired with a female yellow lab named Couscous. I graduated with my first guide in September 1996, and for the last 27 years of my life, have had 5 wonderful guides to help me travel safely. There are many people I would like to thank. I would first like to thank Couscous puppy raisers, Jennifer, Delona, and Joanne for their part in raising such a wonderful and well-behaved puppy. I would like to thank Guide Dogs for the Blind for everything the organization and all the team members have done for me over the past 27 years, and for maintaining such a high standard for their dogs to graduate as guides. I would like to thank the trainers for training Couscous, for doing such an excellent job in preparing Couscous to guide me at the highest level. I also want to thank the entire team that's helped support the trainers and guides during the training process. I would especially like to thank Michelle for doing in-home training with Couscous and I. Michelle has been very patient and encouraging while helping Couscous, and I learned to work together as a team. Finally, I would like to thank everyone who supports Guide Dogs for the Blind and their mission through volunteering their time, skills, and abilities, as well as everyone who shows support through financial contributions. Guide Dogs for the Blind would not be the amazing organization it is today without their dedicated team of employees, selfless volunteers, and generous financial donors. So once again, thank you to you all. And then the photo of Mark and his guide dog Couscous are up here, and the photo description of that is Mark standing with Couscous, a female yellow Labrador retriever, in front of a pedestrian walking bridge with green trees. Couscous is wearing her guide dog harness. Mark is holding the harness handle and smiling at the camera. Couscous was raised by Delona Leiter, Jennifer Hogue, and Joanne Markarski of Las Vegas, Nevada. So this is a note from the raisers. When I was handed Couscous, or Coos, off the puppy truck, my heart melted, knowing I only had 15 months to help Coos be the best she can be to hopefully guide someone through life. Coos is a quick learner and eager to please. Because I take lots of pictures, Coos mastered the stay cue at a young age. I have over 800 pictures of her. It's a lot. My co-raiser Jennifer and I have been on many adventures with Coos, including flying to San Antonio, several times to the Smith Center of Performing Arts, parades, attending a certified CPR and first aid class for dogs, and several other places. When it's time, Coos likes to show everybody her nylobones. Thank you, GDB, for giving Jennifer and I the opportunity to raise and train this amazing dog. We are so proud of you, Coos. You will always hold a special place in our hearts. I would like to thank all the businesses and organizations for allowing us to train and socialize these special dogs. I can't wait to hear all about the adventures Coos and Mark will go on. And then Sorry. Up here we have two pictures of Couscous. The first image shows Couscous, a female yellow Labrador retriever, as a young puppy sitting in her green vest. And then the second image is of an older Couscous sitting in her green vest in front of green plants with pink flowers. Couscous is smiling at the camera. And that is our graduating class. Again, congratulations, you guys. It's been a pleasure working with you these past 2 weeks. And let's give them one more round of applause. Good job, guys. I'm going to pass it off to Kate. She's going to be going over a training demonstration.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate. So we're going to have a chair targeting demonstration today done by one of our RAs, Marissa Garcia, and her guide dog, Jim. During training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work through the use of a clicker, which marks a behavior we want the dog to repeat. The clicker makes communication consistent and timely, which is better than praise and food alone. We start by pairing food with the sound of a click, and this usually takes less than 5 minutes. Once the dog understands that the click means food, we can then pair the click with a desired behavior. For example, when they are doing something like stopping for a curb or going into the down position and they get a click, they think food and are likely to want to do these behaviors in anticipation of getting rewarded in the future. So now we'll have Marissa and Jim come up. Who will now demonstrate how this targeting is done by our clients. We're going to be using the back chain method, which means starting at the end goal and slowly, link by link, increasing the distance from the target. So the first step is teaching that a hand target. So she's going to be presenting her fist, and when Jim targets it, she's going to click and feed him. He is very into this. So she's going to keep doing that until he's readily anticipating that. And then she's going to place that hand target on the chair. So this is transferring that target to the chair. And then gradually, she's going to step back and then reapproach that chair and represent her fist so that he's anticipating that target. We slowly increase the distance, we slowly increase the difficulty of that, and we let him kind of anticipate and go for it. And then once he is anticipating that really readily, she's going to pick up that harness handle and let him go for it. And he's going to target it, yeah. Very nice. She's going to take even more steps back. There we go. And then once he's really anticipating that, she really knows that he's got it, she's going to name that target. So she's going to ask him to find the chair. Nice job. The final goal is for Jim to be able to work from a farther distance. So Jim will now work from the lobby doors, returning to the stage to find that chair. All right. Woohoo. This simple targeting technique can be widely used in the client's home area. They can apply this training principle to teach their dogs how to locate all kinds of targets like ATM machines, pedestrian crosswalk buttons, bus stops, etc. Thank you so much, Marissa and Jim. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I just feel so honored to be a part of this class. Thank you guys for working so hard. If you're interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or know anyone who would benefit from our services, you can visit guidedogs.com. If you would like to make a donation to support our mission, you can text to donate. So please text graduation to 50155. For the viewers at home, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you soon. Please join us for some refreshments next door. Our gift shop, which is located at the top of campus, is open for those who are interested in checking out our array of clothes, gifts, and dog toys. Thank you guys so much.